And we're live. Taylor, I saw these and I thought of you. Now, I know that you're not into contacts, right? Something about your eyes still changing or something. No, LASIK. You couldn't do LASIK, right? Yeah. So then I found this. They're kind of in the same family as like the body modification tattoo stuff. She had glasses drilled into the bone in her nasal bridge.
Fuck that.
And now she can wear those things, just the lenses, and screw them to her skull.
Am I the only one that's cringing at the thought of her tripping and falling on her face and the glasses hitting and just like...
She's just either bending or shattering, and then or like there's half of a lens of shattered glass by her. There's a reason people don't do this.
Because they're pussies. I think you should step up and give this a go.
I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't look not interesting. I'm just saying like there's a level of no that I have towards that.
It's a bit invasive, don't you think?
Yeah, it's not the payoff is too small. Like I want to take my glasses off and fall asleep easier without having to fall asleep with my glasses, which is like impossible. I go like this and I take them off. I don't have to get out a craftsman kit, tool kit, start unscrewing stuff and get an Allen wrench.
I like to think she's got something cordless, right? Like, zzz, 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 zzz.
Yeah, something sharp little implements near your eyes. And look at that. When you take the lenses off, it's just like a weird bar sticking out of both sides of your nose.
And you've got to be able to see that too, right? Like that doesn't look like
it's in your peripheral.
And even
that drives me insane.
Yeah, right, and I bet they lie. I bet she or he, whoever this is, lies and says they don't notice it because as soon as they got this procedure done, they were like, "Oh my god, this sucks," but I can't admit it was bad until I keep it a year or so and then act like it was a stylistic change, because then otherwise they'll be like, "Hey, you know how we told you were retarded when you spent $4,000 to have a Mexican doctor screw little holes into your nose and then put your lenses there?" Yeah, I remember that. Well, you were right.
You know what it's like, hey, listen, you know what we can do? We can drill into your nasal cavity. We can drill into your nose, all right? And we can bolt lenses on your face, or we can give you LASIK for half the cost and you have perfect vision. It's like, no, my glasses are part of my identity. I need these.
I
drill them into my skull.
That there's nuts on the inside. That this is literally a nut and bolt thing that she like works instead of a screw into her bone.
Please, no.
She's got a wrench on one hand and like a flat hand in the other.
Oh no,
that's just a bad idea.
Well, Tucker, I can't just get LASIK because then I'd have to develop a personality, and I'm not interesting enough to have anything intrinsically
interesting. People need to look at
me so and be like, glasses in my head.
This is a conversation starter, okay, Taylor? Like, people finally want to talk to me.
It's a conversation ender,
too,
or rather one that it doesn't. I would not speak to someone who had that because
I would.
I wouldn't be able to not look. I would have to look at it and touch it and like want to wiggle it.
Yeah, I want to wiggle it.
Where did they touch you as a child? What's fucked up? What happened?
I want to see if there's like a wound there or anything. Like does it hurt? Can I lick it?
Can you wiggle it? If I do this, does it hurt?
About like something catching it from the sides.
That's what I said.
This angle.
I just don't think that's
anything that would like catch you like that.
Well, just don't go play in the nets, and you'll be okay. I just don't think that happens much.
Says a guy with no children, right? Kids do shit. They jump on you. They do whatever. I woke up the other morning and Colin's like, "No, I'm not wearing your pants." And I'm like, that's really suspicious. And I peer over the side of the bed, and there he is with like dad's clothes on, just like doing one of these deals. Like, "I'm not wearing your pants." Running around. Kids do shit. If you think they don't bump your glasses, have some.
I think it would be frustrating, like washing my face and running my hands over that. Ah, God damn it, no! Like I'm gonna have to get used to like not touching that the same way. Like a washcloth, if you wash your face with like a cloth, all of a sudden it's getting like hung on those things. If you're in one of those like a knitted blanket, like or something like that, it's fucking getting hung on them. It doesn't seem like a good idea.
Most people's faces are naturally
the worst,
asymmetrical.
If you're an archer.
Yeah, if you're an archer, you're gonna like tear part of your nose off.
What the fuck are you bringing that up for,
That's
dude?
That's nightmare.
The worst. That's the worst. Here, I got my bow.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah,
People's
just go
faces
into the
are
murder.
asymmetrical, and so one of those would be a little wonky compared to the other one, I would think. There's a reason that there's only these 3 pictures very close up at specific angles that they're using to show this. Because if you see this whole lady's face, you're going to be like, that's a grievous error. That was a mistake.
I love the sheer variety of weaponry that Kyle has all the time.
It just takes your eye. Yeah.
Like if Kyle had some knife demonstration that he had to do, there'd be no trouble with that.
Oh, this butterfly knife right here. It's like, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that would rip right off and be so painful.
I like to think you'd hit the target. That's my hope, right? That some lens would just twirl and tap the target perfectly.
While you're picking up your
you'd be
nose
crumpled
off the
in
ground.
pain with bloody eyes.
That wouldn't be good, man. That would be real bad.
My God, I don't even want to think about that. What? Don't do that.
I really don't like body modification stuff. Like I don't when people put like ball bearings under their forehead skin to get like horns and shit, and then you see their arm and there's just meaningless holes. Have you seen that? Some people just put meaningless holes in themselves. And then fill it with something like a piece of nasty
wood. You can put ball bearings in your dick, right?
I haven't seen that, but I'm sure people
So
have.
maybe you've seen like the women's sex toys that have like ball bearings and sort of a gel portion, and so as it turns, the ball bearings are like moving around and creating certain
nodules. Yeah.
So you can get ball bearings put under the skin of your dick. So now your dick has these like bumps on it. It's ribbed for her pleasure, if you will, all of a sudden.
I'd like to think that like there are better ways to please your partner than getting like dick
I
mods.
bet you would like to think that, but no. There's only one way. You go to that same Mexican doctor who will screw the lenses to the bridge of your nose, and he will make your dick bumpy too. He's got a whole hand of BBs, and he's just going to put them in there.
That's what they are too. He's like, look, I bought these BBs at Walmart. Choose 6 of them you like, and I'll spiral them around your cock. And you're like,
you have bought lead
Do you want gold or silver?
Is this lead? Are these lead?
I cut open the shotgun shell. You know. You said you want double art. You know. Yeah, that's
on the
foolhardy
body mod
because
thing.
you're really cornering yourself with prospective sexual partners if you put holes in your penis or ball bearings under the skin.
I disagree with you there because you're never going to be like. You're never going to tell the other person that you have like some sort of modified dick until you're sure you're going to have sex anyway, right? Like I'm not opening with, by the way, I got about 6 ounces of buckshot in my cock, just so you know. Kind of makes it a trouble when I'm, flying, going through metal detectors, that sort of thing. But you'll get over it. That would be so. Like, can you imagine just like going to like the club or something, and the metal detector goes over your crotch, and he's like, he pats you down, and you got to explain that you've got a metal cock, that you've got actual metal in your cock, and then they're not going to believe you. No one's going to believe
They're
you.
probably
They're
plastic.
going to be like, Code
they've got to
7.
be plastic.
They probably should be plastic.
Thank God for trade schools.
I mean, Kyle, how would you feel if you were about to take a girl home and she was like, well, real quick, my vagina isn't what you would say normal. I did have a magic bullet blender put up there and the blade replaced with, soft vagina tissue. You okay with that? Like, you'd probably say, no, I'd prefer we don't speak again.